I'm Mike Baldwin with the Oklahoman. In their home opener on Saturday night, the Oklahoma State Cowboys hosted the Houston Cougars, two dynamic offenses that roll up the scoreboard every year. This game was no different. The Cowboys end up winning 56-37. First time in school history, a receiver and a running back both get over 200 yards. It's amazing that they did something that even Hartley Dykes and Barry Sanders couldn't do. Let's go to the highlights. On Oklahoma State's opening drive, Kendall Hunter, Spud, who had a big game last week in the opener, had an even bigger game this week against the Houston Cougars, and it starts early. 2 minutes into the game, Hunter breaks up the middle, cuts to the right, down the sideline, and for all those new people in the west end zone seats, they get a perfect view of that as he scores to give Oklahoma State a 7-0 lead. Des Bryant continues to put up big numbers for the Cowboys, and it starts early once again. After the Cowboys fall behind to the Houston Cougars, he gets them back into the game. Trailing 16-7, Des Bryant hauls in a 39-yard touchdown pass from Zach Robinson to make it 16-14. A big night for Bryant, who hauls in 9 catches and once again drives defenses crazy with his acrobatic ability to haul in big plays. Keith Toston, the backup last year who lost playing time after a fumble early in the season, has regained the coach's confidence and shows it here on a 28-yard touchdown run to put the Cowboys ahead 21-16. The Cowboys would never trail again. The next two scores once again are Des Bryant. First, it's a 29-yard touchdown pass from Zach Robinson as Des Bryant once again is driving defensive backs crazy. It's hard to cover him one-on-one. Coach Gundy in the postgame even said it may even open up the running game the rest of the season because Des Bryant now will probably be defense's number one concern. And that's where you see it again here on a 74-yard bomb. A long play from Robinson to Des Bryant. Number one on defensive coordinators' must-stop list in the future the rest of this season. Des Bryant with 9 catches for 236 yards and 3 TDs, one of the biggest games in OSU history. Kendall Hunter gets into the end zone for the second time. Hunter ends up with a career-high 210 yards on 22 carries with 2 touchdowns. After the 58-yard run early, this 10-yard jaunt gives Oklahoma State a comfortable 42-23 lead. One of the key highlights of the night was late when Des Bryant scores again, this time on a dazzling punt return to make it 56-30. And as Bryant showed the fans last week and again this week, it doesn't matter whether he's in the offense or returning a kick. He's always dangerous and is capable of taking it to the house on any play. When you look at the stat sheet, 56-37 looks like same old Cowboys, an offensive shootout. But Coach Gundy, after the game, said he told defensive coordinator Tim Beckman to play a little bit softer, bend and not break in the second half once the Cowboys got to the lead. Here's some of Gundy's comments in his post-game news conference.
Obviously, our team played much better in the second half on offense. Early in the season, big plays on defense if you give them up, and special teams, and then if you turn the ball over offensively, you don't give yourself much of a chance, and that's what we did in the first half. That's why we didn't play very well. Defensively, we played really good in the first half. Offense put them in a terrible situation a number of times. And then once we got ahead by 3 scores, the communication went through to Coach Beckman just to play base and play back. Don't give him a big play. Kind of the bend but don't break theory. So gave up probably a few more yards and points than we would have, but we felt like it was important at that time to just back off and keep everything in front of us. Des and Kendall really did a nice job, and Des has continued to mature. He's playing more plays than he's ever played before, and he shows more consistency in what he's doing, and obviously he's got some skill. And then Kendall has been a good runner for us.
Oh, man, that was unbelievable. Seeing the things that he was doing, the first half we were struggling, and then he had the big touchdown catch, down in the corner. So, that kind of got us going a little bit. And then the second half, he just blew up. It always feels good when you can throw a screen out there or just hand the ball off and see a guy run down the sideline for, 50-plus yards. And so definitely, makes it a lot easier on me. He's never really got loose like that on a screen he took down the sideline, but he just shows you his speed that he's got and ability to break tackles and the thing on that play was double D. Damian Davis cut 2 guys, which sprung them open, which was unbelievable. So the things that he does is there's really not words for it.
Out of all the plays that you made today, what would be on the top of your list, highlight-wise?
When Damian Davis made that block on one of our screen plays, because without him, I probably wouldn't have got that touchdown.
Not one block,
two blocks. 2 blocks, and that was real nice. Yeah, I was very happy. I was excited that he did that.
About the punt return, talk about that play.
The special team unit, the other 10 guys just made a block for me and just made a touchdown.